In 2018, right-wing extremists were behind almost all of U.S. domestic terror killings. Why don't you go do something about that? Congressman Dan Crenshaw joins me now. I mean, I'm almost at a loss for words, Congressman, and we can just take this one at a time. How would you like to respond to AOC saying that you need to do something about it? I mean, you did lose your eye protecting her, fighting overseas for our country.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there, right? And it's like you said, it's almost not worth responding to. Okay, but let's unpack this. Okay, so she thinks that co-sponsoring a bill, by the way, that isn't out of committee yet, means that's how you're defending 9/11 victims. Last I checked, I thought I did defend 9/11 victims. I went overseas and tried to make sure that this attack never happened again.
Exactly.
And it's not just her either. It's also her counterpart in New York, Max Rose. I mean, the fact that they would double down on this and try to provide cover for Ilhan Omar.
3,000 people died on that horrible day, and those some people were radical al-Qaeda terrorists who we've been trying to bring to justice. But she doesn't do that. She actually doubled down with this tweet. Look at what Omar tweeted about this. This is from, I guess, the other day. The people and the people who knocked these buildings down will hear all of us soon. George W. Bush, George W. Bush went to ground zero when there was still smoke up there, and we didn't even know it was al-Qaeda exactly. And he says, you know, they brought these buildings down, and he went into Afghanistan and he did something about it. What is she doing?
I think she needs to hire a different comms director. I don't even know what she's getting at with that particular tweet. Again, there's too much material here. I think she needs to stop.
I don't like the fact that they try to use her gender or her Muslim faith or her race as a shield. Like, she says whatever she wants. It's crazy and completely irresponsible for a sitting member of Congress. And then the minute you criticize her, she says, oh, you're attacking me because I'm a Muslim or I'm a woman or I'm black.
Right. What they're doing is they're trying to silence any kind of arguments against them. Why? Because they don't actually have an argument to make. So what they do is they'll use identity to try and silence anyone else from saying anything. You're not allowed to say that because of who I am.
Right.
Sorry, no, that's not how things work in a democracy, and especially amongst members of Congress. You're supposed to debate ideas. If you say something, we should call it out. I mean, that is the point of this. That's why we were elected. So to say that you're not allowed to talk about something because of identities is nonsense. And it's also sort of bigoted in itself, because you're assuming that everybody of a certain skin color or gender should think a certain way. And that is really wrong. It's the content of your character that matters. It's the ideas that you have. And that's what we should actually be debating here.
Congressman, we'll leave it at that. Thank you for serving our country. You did a lot more than what AOC did. So let's remind everybody about that. Have a great rest of the weekend.
Thank you.